This is From Hero to Zero, a show about the misconception of the demise of the music industry. We talk to heroes to make sense of the alleged zero, the music business. Hi Max, how are you doing?
How you doing?
Very good, thank you. Thank you for taking time and talking with us about Soulfly, Max Cavalera.
Yeah.
So Max, you've been an integral part of the heavy metal scene for decades now. Where do you see the difference between being an artist today, 2016, compared to when you started in the 80s or 90s?
The spirit is the same. You know, what you love about this music is the same. It's still why I do it, you know, and I don't do it for money or awards, you know. I do it for the fan. I really have my connection with the fan. I love the music, and you know, I'm totally immersed in a heavy metal world. You know, I really love being a metalhead. For me, is a lifestyle. It's not a job. It's a lifestyle, you know. So. That never changed. I think what changed is technology. You know, it's a big part. You know, things are different now. You have internet and connection through the internet. I think helps a lot of bands from different parts of the world. You hear more of bands nowadays from, you know, Psychroptic from Tasmania and Our Penance from Italy. You know, Warmed from Spain. They're coming from, you know, Melakesh from, you know, Israel. They're coming from different parts of the world, and I think the internet helps that, you know, so I think that's the biggest difference.
Sure. And I mean, the internet, so it can be a facilitator, but also can be a destructive force.
Exactly.
So how did you perceive the change from, you know, bringing in torrents and stuff like that, which had an impact on CD sales? How did you perceive that?
I think it hurt everybody, you know, all the bands, and we're not the only ones. You have to learn to live with. There's nothing really you can do. You know, for us, it's a matter of like, we don't really count on CD sales anymore. You know, it's like the days of CD sales were like Soulfly 1, Primitive, and Roots, where they went gold in America, you know, and they sold 500,000 copies. That doesn't happen anymore. Yeah, you know, it's sad. I think that doesn't happen anymore. But at the same time, like you say, you know, there's good and bad about technology. You know, I like the fact that you know, you can discover new bands. I discover a lot of bands like Neos, you know, and stuff like that through the internet. You know, so I think there's good and bad. But I think sometimes the fans gotta realize when they are getting the free music, not necessarily they're really. Maybe at first it's good for them, but maybe in the end they're kind of hurting their artists, and that's something that maybe they should think about a little bit. You know, I don't know. If I like a band, I buy their CD because I want to support them. I buy the T-shirt, you know, because I like to see the band continue. You know, so it's my way of helping. You know. So maybe the fan should think more a little bit like that. But I see the other side too. You don't make much money, and you can get the music for free, and why not? You know. So you know, it's kind of like it's out there. You know. So like I say, you cannot really fight that. So we just find different ways to survive. You know. So we tour a lot, and I have three different projects. You know, Soulfly, Cavalera, Conspiracy, Killer BQ. Looking forward to a fourth. I think I might make one more project.
Interesting.
So yeah, so it keeps it busy, you know, and makes you survive.
I heard you saying in different interviews that you prefer being on the road than being at home or in the studio. Is that correct?
Yeah. I actually went home from tour one time, the last U.S. tour. I was home for 2 weeks and I got tour sick. You know, I was actually like going home, you know, feeling physically ill at home, and my wife's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was like, "I need to go on the road. I need to be on the tour. You know, I can't be at home." You know, of course I enjoy home too. You know, it's like that's why I write my records. You know, and there's more calm time, you know, peaceful time. But I'm born for the road. I love everything about the road. You know, I love touring. It's never gets old, and it, you know, it's fantastic. Being a different city every night, and then the shows, of course, they're the best. And the best thing of the day is the show. You know, what we're looking for every night. You know, so it's fantastic.
Cool. Today, technology enables consumers to buy one specific song at the time or listen to one song at the time, not complete albums. Do you think that, nonetheless, albums still matter?
I hope so, because it's fun to make a record. You know, that's where the kind of the idea of the art comes in. When you vision a whole record. You know, you don't vision a song. You know, although you write the song separate, each song, and I can see some maybe why people would like just to get a song, you know, instead of a whole record. But I like the whole vision of the whole package. You know, like the whole record. I love listening to records from beginning to the end. The other day I just listened to Mastodon, Crack the Sky is fantastic, and Behemoth, you know, Satanist, amazing, like so good altogether. Like, well, like it wouldn't be good one song only if I only heard one song from that record, you know. It was cool to hear the whole thing, you know.
Sure. And I was looking for your Twitter account and Instagram account, and I found so many different ones with Max Cavalera, and I was wondering, is there an official account for any of those?
Well,
which is you?
There's not really an official one. It's funny because I actually went on Instagram one time to mess around, just to look for my Instagram, you know. And the first one I found was actually Max Cavalera, but it led it to a store in Turkey that's called Max Cavalera. You know, there's a store in Turkey that sells suits and ties.
Oh, it would look good on you.
Yeah, very refined,
nice.
You know, clothes. And I actually visited this store. It's in Istanbul. And I walk in there and I asked to talk to the owner, you know, and the owner came and he recognized me right away. He goes, "Oh, are you? It's you. It's store is named after you." I'm like, yeah. And I asked him, why is this store called Max Cavalera? It's puzzling to me, you know. It's like, it's weird to see my name on a store, you know. He goes, well, my ex-partner, he passed away, but he was a big Sepultura fan. He was a huge Max fan, and he made the store in honor of you. So he got me some free suits, you know, which I really never really wore it. One of these days I'll put them on just for fun and put on Instagram.
That'd be great.
And then the other Instagrams was all from other people that made it, but there's a lot of cool stuff. Like I was telling you, I found a picture of me and Lemmy, you know, from the Motorhead Sepultura Germany festival dates in Christmas. And yeah, I mean, the only official thing, if you want to get close to me, is Gloria's Cavalera Facebook, which she has Growing Up Green, and tells all the stories. A lot of the stories are not in my book, like the story that Kurt Cobain called me at my house in Phoenix. That was a big one. That was like a couple weeks ago. That created all kinds of chaos on the internet. She was telling me, like everybody was talking about that, you know, and so it's cool that she does that. Yeah, she's in touch with the tribe worldwide, you know, so she helps Soulfly a lot, and me, and a lot of people get, you know, send their stuff to her for me to check it out, you know, because I got a lot of projects coming up. I have a studio that I'm building in my house in Phoenix to record young bands.
Cool.
So I'm going to start producing a lot more bands, you know, myself. And it's a desert studio, so it's got a desert vibe.
Nice.
So if people want a desert vibe kind of metal, you know, come to the Max place.
Cool. Does it already have a name, the studio?
No, I'm looking for the name. I'll find one.
Good, please, and then let us know.
Yeah.
Is it going to be digital or an analog studio? Do you already know?
We're trying to mix both because we have a lot of old gear, and I think that's kind of cool. The cabinets that we record Chaos AD and Roots are all there, you know. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get the board that we recorded Roots on it. You know, we're trying to buy that right now. Hopefully we can. I'm doing that with my sound man, which is on tour right now with Soulfly. His name is Mark, and he's helping me. And You know, he's gonna put a lot of the gear in, a lot of the other gear. I got percussion from all over the world, so that's also another big thing. And I think it's gonna be a cool place. And I think for me, it's cool because it's gonna keep me closer to the underground metal, the young metal being done right now by the new, generation, new bands. They get to come there and record, and I think it's gonna be a real cool place with a lot of good stuff is gonna be done there. That doesn't start to probably next year.
Okay, but good to know already. So basically what you're doing is helping young artists or providing a good space. Nowadays it's said that record companies, they don't offer artist development anymore. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, record labels are in a strange situation right now, I mean, we still need them, but it's like less and less. All the bands are finding other ways to put their music out with that they don't even need a label, And I think because of that, I think the labels are becoming a bit like that. They don't, don't develop bands as they used to, we have a really good relationship with Nuclear Blast and Napalm Records. I have Soulfly and Killer BQ on Nuclear Blast, and Cavalera Conspiracy is on Napalm Records, and so we have a very good relationship with them. So which is good because our Roadrunner in the end was not good anymore. They were just looking for pop stuff, and it was not for us. We're metal. So we gotta be in a label that loves metal, and Nuclear Blast, they love metal, and it's so cool to be in a label like that, So, but I see your point, I think it's hard, it's like for some bands, I think, to deal with the label and get what they need to progress, from that label. Sometimes it's hard,
I saw that now you have the Maximum Cavalera Store, which sells also all kind of merchandise.
Yeah.
What was the idea behind it, to have like a Maximum Cavalera Store?
That was a glorious idea. I think she just thought some people from parts of the world that can't get the T-shirts, they like to get the official T-shirts. They can get it on the store, and then came the idea of having me painting some stuff, because I love painting. It's like a hobby of mine I have on the side. I always had it. Me and Igor, our grandfather was an Italian painter, so we were all really close to art our whole life. So I painted this biker vest now that is very popular on the store. I cannot keep up. I paint one and it sells right away. It's like incredible.
Cool.
So I had to. I got like 10 at home when I come home to paint. I didn't bring it on tour because I didn't think I'll have the time much to do it here. But
sure.
We do little things like that. I paint baby clothes and stuff like that. Halloween, I paint, pumpkins, and it's pretty fun, But I think it's great. It's like more. Just try to create a kind of like a little empire, if you will. I think the Cavalera name is a big name in metal. It's a big family name. And we just want to expand that name as much as we can, and do different things. And that's why Gloria is so cool. She has all these great ideas all the time. She had the store idea. She had the idea of having me start painting stuff, and then she just had the idea of me and Igor play the whole Roots album that's gonna come middle of this year, which is another brilliant idea, so we're gonna do that too. So she's full of great ideas, that's what's so cool of us having her as a manager,
Sure. So basically you expand your brand.
Yeah, as much as you can in the metal world, yeah, I think it's okay, I think there's a lot there's not really a limit, I think you can do a lot. We do this Maximum Cavalera tour, which is with all the kids bands, Lolly Kong, Insight, and so we decided to do the store, and we're gonna have the studio, so it's a little empire.
Exactly.
Hopefully you'll grow big one day.
Hopefully. I definitely think it's a great idea. Well, Max, it was very interesting. Thank you so much. All the best for the future, and
Thank
hopefully
you.
see you again.
Yep. Stay metal.